Hey guys! Alright, okay, I'm going to apologize for missing out on a few weeks, but I have a really good excuse. If you paid any attention to me on Instagram, you may have known that I was sick. I thought I had the flu, but after having to go to the hospital, I found out later it was not the flu. It was actually 4 separate infections. I have chronic sinus infections, and the information not being relayed properly, I was on the wrong antibiotic. It wasn't the right amount, it wasn't the right dose. So the sinus infection ended up not actually being treated and ended up getting worse. And then it set up in my body, it caused an ear infection, a throat infection, and then surprise, a UTI infection, all at the same damn time. So yeah, I was not having a fun time. I thought my head was going to explode. Thank God for modern medicine is all I can say. Thank you. So anyway, that being said brings me to the point of this segment today. I want to talk about infections in your face, also known as like breakouts and pimples. Now, before I go there, some people have, adult acne, and it stems from like genetics or hormones or just other things going on within your body. So definitely always listen to your dermatologist and go visit, on a regular basis, maybe once a year, just to make sure your skin's nice and healthy and from that perspective. But today I wanted to share some tips with you on how to kind of curtail some of those breakouts that you may be causing yourself and not even realizing it. So we're going to talk about how things that you do on a normal basis can actually cause your breakouts. I know, we probably change our sheets like once a week, or I don't know, some people maybe twice a week, or however, I don't know how many times a week or a month you change your sheets. But a good rule of thumb is I personally change at least your pillowcase like every other night or maybe twice a week at the very least. And I say that because your head, you're out all day, you may wash your face, but your hair isn't necessarily maybe being washed all the time. And so you lay on your pillow night after night and it collects all these different bacterias and agents and chemicals from your hair and products and that sort of thing. So now that stuff is transferring into your face and you're lying in it and you're sleeping in it, and so it's getting into your pores. So you definitely want to change out your pillowcases as often as possible, and your sheets too, but definitely your pillowcases. Also, my girlfriends like me, we have extensions and stuff and black girl problems. We can't wash our hair every single day because it really does a number on our scalp. It dries us out too much. But what we can do is tie your hair up at night with a silk cloth or whatever you use to tie it up, but tie it up completely so it's not really touching your pillow, and that will also help keep the product off of your pillowcases. It's very important for me, obviously, because I have major allergy issues. You always should keep your hands washed, not just for obvious sanitary reasons, but we touch and pick up so many things. It's a really good idea to constantly wash your hands, because you know how it is. Sometimes you touch your face and you touch your face and you don't even realize it, and you're sometimes transferring very harmful bacteria to your face. So always keep your hands washed whenever necessary. Try to actually lay low on the antibacterial stuff, because it's actually not that good for you. Sometimes we need to build resistance to certain things, but just keep your hands washed with good old soap and warm water, and that should do the trick. Never sleep in your makeup. You know that. I think everybody's been telling us that since day one, but we all have those nights where you're just so tired. You work long hours, you've the kids and work and all that stuff. I get it, but you have to wash your makeup off every single night. Now, my recommendation to you is to find some sort of process that's very easy for you and that you feel comfortable doing, something that you can do every night. Keep those AC filters clean. The allergens, get the hypoallergenic filters, change them out every 3 months. I know if you live in a condo apartment, building. If you live in a house, then you probably know that you have to change them out. But sometimes in apartment buildings and condos, they don't always change them out. I know here in my place, I'm responsible for changing them out myself every 3 months, and you definitely want to do those. It makes a world of difference, because when you leave them in for like a year at a time, well, for one, it's bad for your AC system and your heating system, but it continues to blow the recycled dust particles into your house eventually. And then those particles, while you're gone and your house is not being disturbed, they land on places like your bed and your ceiling fan. So when you turn that ceiling fan on, all that stuff goes round and round, and then it has to land and settle somewhere, and it's a lot of times on your pillow and on your sheets. Take it from me. Hello, I sound so nasally. You don't want to be doing this all day, trying to talk to somebody. Your breath is bad. Like, I hate talking to people when I have like sinus infections. I'm sorry if I've talked to you recently. And yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. It's just not fun. So don't do that to yourself. If you have super sensitive skin, then you're probably very in tune to what your skin can tolerate and what it can't. So I suggest you use products that you know are safe for your skin, or do a skin test. I actually like good old Neutrogena to just, to just give you a good old, you know, rub down and to really kind of thoroughly wash your face. This is like my backup go-to. Most of you know me. I think I did a skincare regimen video maybe a year or two ago, and I was using Chanel products. I'm still using Chanel products. I happen to like Chanel. It works for my skin type. May not work for you. But something as simple as that, to just, it lathers up really, really good. So I like the Neutrogena for that. But it's good for that deep clean. If you want to do like a microdermabrasion type scrub or a paste, I actually found this by Roden & Fields, who actually makes Proactive. It's called Roden & Fields Enhancement, and it's their microdermabrasion paste. As you can see, I like this product a lot, and you can use it every other night. I wouldn't use it every day because it's a little much to use every day. But I like how fine it's like. I think it's a salt based, so it's a much finer paste. And I really, really, really like this. It works really good, makes my skin feel so smooth. Sometimes I want to use it like every day, but I have to check myself. And then also Estee Lauder has this, I think this is newer, it's called Perfectly Clean. It's got more of the, I won't say the sugar type scrub, but it's got more of a beady type exfoliant. You know what I'm talking about. This is for all skin types. It's ideal though for oily skin. I've used it a few times, and I like it. I don't like it over my Roden & Fields dermabrasion paste, but those are actually two different products, so I kind of alternate them, and that one leaves your skin feeling really good as well. I also had an IG conversation, an Instagram conversation with one of my girlfriends, Drea. He's on Instagram, and she was talking about the little scrub brush from the rotating scrub brush from CVS, which I believe I talked about. I think it was maybe the Revlon one, but they're made by actually the same manufacturer, so it's the same little brush with the head on it, and it spins around and it exfoliates your face. And I also use a Clarisonic, but this one is like $200, I think, when I bought it, maybe $220. And the CVS, the little one, is like $20. And she was saying how much that she loved it, and I chimed in, giving my little 2 cents, as I sometimes always do, saying that I found it to be a great product. I really like the little brushes. If you're going to go that route, don't be afraid to buy the drugstore brand. Despite what people tell you, I have both. I like them both. I really like the Clarisonic. Nothing against it. It's just out of some people's price range. And I actually find the cheaper brand, the drugstore brand one, to be more travel friendly. You don't have all the accessories that you have to tote around. The accessories are smaller. And you don't have all the other expensive products from the Clarisonic line that go with that one. You can use your own products with the drugstore version. I mean, you can use your own products with the Clarisonic as well, but they kind of make you feel like it all comes in a bundled package. But either one, if you're using either one, great. I like them both. Obviously the power on the bigger one with the bigger head is going to exfoliate your skin a bit more, but really at the end of the day, unless you're going into a licensed dermatologist, do you really need all the extra? Maybe you do. That's your choice. But I'm just saying, I vouch for the drugstore version as well. I think that's it. I did not mean for this video to be this long, but it's a lot of information. But coming up next, I am going to start working on my segment about leather. I know I touched on the spring trend. I mean, not spring, dear Lord. Fall and winter trends, and I talked about leather and leather pieces, but I'm going to throw some stuff together for you, like your leather must-have pieces for this season. I'm sure you've seen a lot of them, but I'm going to put them all together so you can see them mixed and matched. And then also, oh yeah, speaking of face, I'm going to do a tutorial. Disclaimer, I'm not a makeup artist, not pursuing to be a makeup artist, not trying to be a makeup artist, but I know how to do my own makeup the way I like it. So I want to do a 7-minute makeup tutorial, or makeup in under 7 minutes, on how to do a really fresh face, natural look, but to still get you some good full coverage and highlighting without doing all the extra unnecessary steps. So look for that video, as well as the leather must-haves. I will see you guys soon. I promise. I'm gonna stick to my word and keep up with this back-to-back, but you have to remember that this is a one-woman operation. I mean, from start to finish, shooting, editing, all that good stuff. It's all me, and occasionally my kids. I will not make them work for me. Yeah. So that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your week. And my 2 giveaway winners, I will be back in touch with you again shortly. Have a great day. Bye.
I'm a dork.